from Indiana's news leader. Eyewitness News at 5 o'clock starts now.
Time is running out tonight to trim the time it takes to complete this year's ISTEP test. And tonight, Governor Pence is pushing forward with his plan. Good evening, everyone. I'm John Stair.
And I'm Andrea Moorhead. New tonight at 5 o'clock, schools have already begun receiving ISTEP tests, with the testing of students scheduled to begin in about 2 weeks. But we may find out as early as Friday if the state can find a way to shorten testing times that have now doubled since last year.
This ISTEP issue is the latest conflict between the governor and the state school superintendent, Glenda Ritz. Our education reporter, Rich Van Wyk, is following late-day developments from the State House. Rich?
We have developments as far as the test is concerned, and we have developments in the war of words that's going on between the governor's office and Department of Education. The DOE late this afternoon accusing the governor, in their words, of creating mass confusion over ISTEP testing. We talked and visited schools, and we are seeing some of that confusion as these tests arrive. A pile of ISTEP exams arrived at Franklin Township schools, but the superintendent isn't sure what to do with them.
I haven't found anybody who can say there's anything good that's occurring right now as it relates to ISTEP testing.
The governor's order to shorten the exams that are 2 to 3 times longer than last year's has the testing process in turmoil.
We have received limited guidance as to what we should be doing.
The Department of Education abruptly changed practice tests to instructional tools. That change in names should allow teachers to decide how much time students will spend using them.
What we're hoping it will mean is less instructional time taken away from preparing for the ISTEP, since we'll have a little more control.
Even then, ISTEP exams will take as long as 12.5 hours to complete. Indiana's new educational standards, increased rigor, and federal mandates are blamed for the increased testing times.
Thanks for coming to the state.
While Governor Mike Pence was awarding financial grants to Indiana schools, his staff announced the hiring of an outside consultant to find ways to shorten the test.
We will be able to conform this new test to our new standards and shorten the length and lessen the burden on Hoosier families.
We're learning a little bit more about why this test is taking twice as long as last year's. First of all, Indiana, the first state, we are told, to dump the federal Common Core and adopt what are called uncommonly high standards. Those standards have to be reflected on the test. This year's test, according to the Department of Education, has about 50% more questions on it than previous tests. Those questions require more reading, more writing, more thinking, and for students, more time. What can the state do about it at this time? Well, there's a possibility of perhaps limiting the social study exams. That would only save about 35 minutes. Other things that are being considered will come before the Board of Education Friday. We are told that whatever done will need legislative approval. The real question is whether any substantive cuts or changes can be made before they start giving these exams. The testing window opens in approximately 2 weeks. Reporting live from the State House, Rich Van Wyk, Channel 13, Eyewitness News.
All right, thank you, Rich. And at the same time, Republicans in the state legislature are moving forward with a bill that would allow the State Board of Education to elect its own leader. Right now, the elected state school superintendent serves as the chairperson. Governor Pence appoints all 10 other board members, and they have clashed repeatedly with Glenda Ritz. The House bill passed yesterday, a Senate committee approved it today, and the full Senate could vote on it within a week.